Video games are full of noise, whether it's side quests, mini challenges, collectibles, or hidden secrets. For decades, developers have found ways to cram more content into their worlds, often with little connection to the main narrative. The goal is always the same: give players more bang for their buck. But what if you did the complete opposite? What if you created a game so concise, so deliberate, that every mechanic, every visual, and every second of screen time was designed to serve one singular purpose? To me, that's exactly what Gris achieves. Through its soft watercolor art, stunning soundtrack, and steadily evolving mechanics, Gris delivers a deeply cohesive narrative exploring the universal emotion of grief without a single line of dialogue. Instead, it relies entirely on visuals, music, and gameplay to tell its story, and it does so with remarkable precision. The result feels less like playing a game and more like stepping into a living work of art. Every moment, from seemingly insignificant mechanics to the most cinematic encounters, feels purposeful. Nothing is wasted, and nothing is there to fill space. Gris doesn't try to distract you with busy work or pad its runtime. It's focused entirely on guiding you through its emotional journey, letting you interpret and feel it for yourself. Now, Gris is a short game with simple mechanics, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. What makes it stand out is how every element, whether gameplay, music, or visuals, is tightly woven into the central theme. You might not fully understand it at first, I know I didn't. But once its deeper meaning clicks, you start to appreciate just how much care and intention is packed into its roughly 3-hour runtime. The story begins with our protagonist singing atop a massive stone statue. Moments later, a cataclysmic event shatters her world, draining it of all color. Stripped of her voice and seemingly any hope, she chooses to press on into the unknown, determined to restore color and life to what has been lost. Gris tells a story of grief, more specifically the struggles of navigating one's own grieving mind. You'll travel through surreal yet tangible landscapes, from wind-swept deserts to lush, overgrown forests, in a fairly traditional puzzle platforming format. Along the way, you'll unlock new abilities that open up traversal and allow for you to reach new paths. While each level follows the same general structure, getting from point A to point B by solving puzzles, they all feel distinct thanks to the clever aesthetic and steady stream of new mechanics. One minute you're battling fierce sandstorms, the next you're recruiting woodland creatures to aid you, or creating crystal versions of yourself to reach higher places. No mechanic overstays its welcome either. Some abilities become permanent tools, but most environmental puzzles appear briefly, let you experiment, and then fade away. And this ties directly into what I said earlier. Everything serves a specific purpose in reinforcing the game's message and narrative. Each puzzle, each encounter becomes an abstract form of storytelling that players can extract meaning from. Symbolism is everywhere. Even as I'm writing this, I'm thinking back to moments, puzzles I solved, or things I interacted with, and wondering if there was more meaning than I realized at the time. Yes, it's short, maybe 3 to 4 hours, 6 if you're a completionist, but the amount of time I've spent thinking about the game easily outlives its runtime. Now, let's talk about the art behind the grief. Gris uses a beautiful watercolor art style that makes it feel less like a game and more like walking through an interactive painting. It starts as a blank canvas with only shapes and outlines, and the world slowly evolves as you progress through the protagonist's mental roadblocks. What begins as a monochromatic journey becomes a breathtaking landscape full of life and color. And just like the mechanics, the introduction of each new color carries symbolism and subtle meaning. The way they blend, the way they contrast, the way they change the environment around you. It's all designed to evoke a specific emotion. One of the earlier levels, for example, has you navigating a world filled with only shades of red. It's a strange visual experience, but it perfectly captures the theme of the level, and despite its monochromatic approach, the scenery is just as beautiful and memorable as any other part of the game, which is a true testament to the talent behind the artists. The soundtrack is just as intentional as everything else. It's an evocative collection of pieces that enhance the emotional weight of each scene. Most are subtle, somber tracks that mirror the scenery and give you a space for reflection, but they swell at just the right moments, landing emotional beats with precision. Gris is probably one of the shortest games I've ever played, and yet it's astonishing how much it manages to say in such a small span of time. It's clear the developers had one goal in mind, and every moment, every puzzle, every color serves that goal and nothing else. It's a hidden little gem that, despite its minimalistic nature, manages to express so much. Its mechanics aren't groundbreaking, its message isn't new, but the way it's told, the way it all fits together, is special. Gris is proof that sometimes less really is more. Thank you everybody for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like and subscribe and follow us on Twitch for live content. Until next time, cheers!